Welcome back, everybody. This is like my fifth time of recording a video for Bitcoin. I have either started coughing or got tongue-tied or whatever. It has been absolutely hilarious. I'm even starting off on the wrong chart. So this day is going right. It's only 8:43 a.m. It's nothing but up from here. I love it. You gotta laugh and you got to love it, because if you don't, the alternative is a nightmare. So let's talk about Bitcoin and why we got this big candle right here and kind of what I'm seeing in the charts. My last video, I said we had on this line right here, screen line, that we had resistance, 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 and how we had to have a crossover to support, preferably two, and we did get that. Then we got a launch. There's another reason why I think that happened, and Bitcoin is still going up as I'm talking right now, and I think it's still going to keep going up at least until this white line right here, and then we may be finding resistance again, just for the simple fact that it has been resistance. So resistance, 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 and once again we need to get up above it, we need to sit on top of it, and then go up, but preferably maybe a couple before we take off again would be nice and healthy. We do not want to come up and touch this and repeat this head and shoulders pattern right here, because if we do that, we come up, resistance, resistance, we're going to drop. And that will be okay, because we are creating, here's my two white lines here, is my support and resistance that's currently in the channel that we're putting in. We are putting in lower lows, and we are putting in higher lows, and we're putting in lower lows as well. So we do have a descending channel, and we are putting them in, and that's not all that bad. I know it seems bad, but it's for our charts, don't freak out. You do see my numbers here of places where I feel it can bounce, so, or even fall down too. So I mean, we could still fall all the way down to here and find support again. So, but logically, to me, we're either going to come up, sit on top of this, and then come up, and then we're bounce, and we're going to come up to the next leg. Or if we're going to continue this, then we're going to resist, resist, and then fall back down. But this will get tighter, and there has to be a chance later on for us to be able to break this. And the reason why I think that we will go up soon, I do not see or feel a 10K low 20s Bitcoin. I mean, it's possible it can happen. It's not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. Do your own research, watch tons of YouTubers, and be sure to like and subscribe to them as well, because the more people that we listen to, the more people that we talk to and share our views and stuff, the more clear picture we get of the market. Now my yellow line and blue line down here is moving averages. It's kind of like the lowest of the low that could possibly be on the weekly time frame, but I'm actually going to take us out to the monthlies and show you something there. So if I zoom out and you look throughout all of Bitcoin's history, all Bitcoin's history that I have ever seen, it always bounces off the 20. And you look where we got our God candle on the 4 hour and where it bounced. It bounces about where the 20 monthly is. Every time Bitcoin bounces off the 20, that's good and healthy. Anytime on any time level that you bounce off the 20, you're in a good upward trend. So on a monthly standpoint, we're in a lifetime of Bitcoin, we're in a good upward trend. Now, the worst case that it could possibly be that has been in a lifetime of Bitcoin is the 50 monthly moving average. So let's get it up here. And the 50 is down here. So, I mean, 26K, that's not such a big drop. We've already dropped this far now. And 26K is not the end of the world. And if you look at the next chart, this is my 3-day chart. We have on the 22nd of June, we put in our low, I feel, that we're possibly going to put in. And that is right at 28K. So like I said, 26 to 28K, you know, I really don't believe that we're going to get that. We do have the bull market support band, and it has flipped over to showing positive side that growth is coming. If you look at the MACD, EDT, right here, we always got since this time anyway. I don't want to say for all time. I'm not going to go back that far. But in this current trend that we are on, this channel right here of all-time highs and the lower highs right here, higher lows right here, you can see this big channel that we are working in. So you would get in one push, a pullback, and then another push. And then we had that China banned Bitcoin bull, brought us back down. Then we had a push, a pullback, and a push. Now it's not China's fault. It's just the healthiness of Bitcoin and its pullback. We have another drop. So with that, let's zoom in. We have had one green leg up. We're at the midway point. So now I honestly believe that we are putting in our lowest lows that we're going to get for now of Bitcoin, and that we are starting our next leg up. And like I said, if you look at these right here, these EMAs right here, this is the lifetime of Bitcoin, and we're pretty much the low that has possibly been. So there's really not much more lower to me that we can possibly go. Now, we got this channel within a channel that we're traveling in. And we got this descending line that, once again, like I said, resistance, resistance. And once you pop resistance about 3 times or so, you want to pop up above. You want to confirm the breakout. I like to see 2, which will put us down about right here. And then I'm thinking we're going to start coming up again, which will stay true with what we're currently already doing, period, for this, putting in higher highs and higher lows. So you can see this channel that we're putting in, and this is where this line coming down and the gap of measuring from here, bring it up here. If you notice, we put it at the end of this. It's pretty close to the path we're already on. So we should start seeing and kind of confirming to me possibly more higher growth. Now, as far as long term, if we look at the bigger picture of Bitcoin putting in all-time highs in this channel, we could possibly see Bitcoin's new all-time highs start coming somewhere around at this level right here. And this little triangle going on right here. So we're talking about from maybe September to December, but I think right in here probably the most logical. That's if Bitcoin is going to be pushing for new all-time highs. But it may not. I discussed that in one of my previous videos. With the state of the world, the state of the economies, dollar crashing and all this kind of bull, we may just see a slow up growth. Whales are pulling their money, their Bitcoin off of exchange. And whenever they do that and they start buying in really heavy, which they have started doing, Bitcoin generally goes up. And then when Bitcoin is getting near all-time high, they bring their money back to the exchange to be sold off. So that's what's currently going on. You can feel free to watch several people discussing this, and there's quite a bit of them out there, and I agree with that wholeheartedly if you look at the market over time. So I think everything's looking good so far. Like I said, may see an absolute low of Bitcoin of around 26,000, but I think that 38,000 for this point in time is a nice little bounce point, and then we'll go from there. But that's kind of my thoughts of where we're at in the charts. And like I said, what we're looking for next for me, this green line coming down and this white line coming down is a beautiful place to cross over and make that bounce, and then possibly come back down to here and bounce off of this green line or bounce off this white line and pursue on. That's best case scenario. And I already discussed the worst multiple times. So once again, best of luck to you and your family. I hope you're able to make money in this market. And much love from my family, and thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great and wonderful day.